Hey honeys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be just kind of me talking to you guys. As I'm sure you could tell by the title of the video, it's going to be pretty much what it's like living with generalized anxiety disorder. So I have been suffering from anxiety and panic attacks since knowingly my junior year of high school. That's when it all kind of clicked that what I was experiencing and going through was anxiety. And ever since then, it has just kind of been a really big part of my life, and I'm always trying new things to not make it such a significant part of my life, but it's really hard when that's what you're going through. So that was roughly 5 years ago that I really started experiencing very strong anxiety symptoms. And after that, I went to college and I started getting really bad anxiety at college. So I left there after the first semester. And after that, I had a few jobs here and there, and every single job that I started at, I got anxiety. And I was not able to really get that far into working for the job because eventually my anxiety took over and I physically couldn't get myself to do anything. So when you're suffering from anxiety, it becomes so much more than just a mental thing. It starts to take over your whole body and you start experiencing all of these different physical symptoms. You get nauseous, you get lightheaded, you get shaky, you get tired, and it just completely takes over your whole body. And it's terrifying and it's scary, and it's just something that no one should have to go through. And I decided to make this video today because in addition to generalized anxiety disorder, I also suffer from seasonal depression, which I found out during my first semester of college. I started talking to one of the therapists that was on campus, and she did diagnose me with seasonal depression. My dad passed away the day after Christmas 9 years ago, and she believes that that has something to do with it. Seasonal depression is something that a lot of people do experience because of the fact that it gets darker earlier and the cold brings on all of these different emotions from within us. But she said that mine has a lot to do with the fact that I did lose my father right around the winter time. So that is also something that I deal with, and lately it has really been eating me up. Last night I had like a really bad attack and I could not fall asleep. It was around 2 a.m. and I went into the bathroom and I got sick everywhere. And I could be physically sick. I mean, I'm sure there's colds going around and all that kind of stuff, but I know that it has a lot to do with my anxiety. My anxiety takes over my whole body and it makes it almost impossible to achieve anything, to get up and leave bed. And living with anxiety and depression at the same time is one of the hardest things to do, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It is just absolutely terrible. And truthfully, I have been suffering from this for so long, and I've found different little ways here and there to try to combat it so that I could get through my day-to-day, but it's so hard. And more days than not, I wake up and don't want to do anything. More days than not, I get heart palpitations out of nowhere and start getting clammy and anxious, and my stomach turns and twists into knots simply because of a mental disability. And people don't want to always talk about mental illnesses because people think that just because you can't see it, it's not real. But that's not the truth. Living with anxiety has been one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with, and I just don't see how it gets better. I know that it does, and I know that there are ways to make things better, but man, when you're having one of those bad days, it's just, you don't want to hear any of it, you know? So this was a short little video, but I did just want to come on here quickly to talk briefly about my experience. And I know I have a similar video like this already on my channel, and I'd be happy to make more related videos like this. But I did just want to talk about this because it is something very real in my life, and I know it's something very real in a lot of other people's lives. And if I can be a voice to the voiceless, then I would be happy to do that. So this wasn't for me to come on here and to try and get pity. I just want to let you know, I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is, but there are ways to combat it. And when you find those ways, it really makes it all seem okay. So I know I talked a lot about how some days you just never see the light, but I'm here to remind you that there is light out there. There are ways to be better. And even if you have to live with this, I promise you that there are ways and there are people out there that can get you through these hard times. And hopefully, like I said, if I can be a voice for that, if I can be that person for you, I would absolutely love to do that. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that I reminded you that you're not alone. It's okay not to be okay. And I hope that you can find whatever it is that reminds you that it's okay to not be okay, but that always allows you to keep pushing forward, because all of us need that. We all need something that keeps pushing us forward, because we can't let this mental illness get the best of us. We're so much better than that. So thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.